Saints, it's Iain from RTI here. Welcome to the start of another week. Busy weekend. Was up in Leeds with Nick and Mike on Saturday. Look out for a little video that I'm going to put together in the next few weeks. So today we are going to continue with Neil Young, and we've reached the 2000s. Yeah, by this time I think, Neil is getting older. We all get old, and I think there are a few tracks on here, albums, that his voice was a little bit whiny, unfortunately. So it's, again, I think this is not one of my favourite periods. But we've got 5 albums to have a look. There are some good tracks on all the albums though. So, coming in at number 5 is actually Neil's 30th studio album, and it's called Chrome Dreams 2. It was a double album and a single CD. The album name references to Chrome Dreams, a legendary Neil Young album from the 1977 that wasn't released because they shelved it in favour of American Stars and Bars. So Neil Young's on here. Ben Keith plays pedal steel guitar, lap guitar. Rick Rosas on bass and Ralph Molina on drums. So the first track is Beautiful Bluebird. Not a bad vocal. One of the better tracks on this album. I like it because it's a very simple composition. Boxcar. This is where his voice just sounded a little bit whiny and he's just not hitting them high notes, and it's a shame. Ordinary People. Now this is 18 minutes. It's too long. I just didn't get into this track at all. Shining Light, my favourite track on here. It's got a lovely guitar solo on it, and I think it's one of his best vocals on the album. The Believer. A couple of times his voice got a bit strainy, but on the whole it's not too bad. Spirit Road comes next. It's got that classic distorted guitar on it, which does help to sort of with the vocals a bit. It's okay. Dirty Old Man, my second favourite track on here. I think it's because the music's in his vocal range. If you don't go high, you're okay. Ever After, he's trying to reach notes that are just not there. Didn't like that at all. No Hidden Path, another long tracks. This one's a little bit better. It's got a bit more structure to it. It's not too bad. And the last track on this one is called The Way. Doesn't sound very good at all. A bit of a hit and miss album this is for me. There's some excellent vocals on here, and then there's ones where they're not. I mean, Ordinary People is just far too long for me. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 3.5. Okay, coming in at number 4 from 2006, we've got Living with War. We've got Neil Young on here again, Rick Rojas, drums are Chad Cromwell, trumpet Tommy Bray, Darryl Brown's the choir leader, Rosemary Butler is choir conductor, and the 100 voices of the choir recorded in a 12-hour session at Capitol Recording Studios in Los Angeles. First track is called After the Garden, my favourite track on here. I love the choir on this. It's really good. It's got a gospel feel to it. It's quite good. Living with War, again, having that choir there sort of helps Neil with his vocals, and the guitars are nice on that as well. The Restless Consumer, his vocals are very flat on this one, I'm afraid. It's not the best track on the album. Shock and Awe, it's a good track. It's a good vocal from Neil, I don't mind that one. Families, it is a bit whining again. It's a rocky track, but it just doesn't hit some of them notes. Flags of Freedom, it's not too bad, I don't mind that one. Let's Impeach the President, I'm not a big fan of this one really. This is a very political song, not into that sort of thing. Looking for a Leader, it's not too bad. Roger and Al, yeah, well, the jury's out with that one. It's a good song. And Munich and Beautiful, it's a one with the choir again, and it sounds okay. Yeah, this is okay in places. I think the choir do add to it, so I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 4 out of 10. Coming in at number 3 then, in 2005, we've got Prairie Wind. Lots of people on here. So the first track is called The Painter. Musically, it sounds great. But it's them high notes again that sort of let the track down. No wonder. I think he gets away with it on this one because there's a great backing vocal on it, and the keyboard actually sort of shelters his struggling to get them notes. Falling Off the Face of the Earth. I just wish Neil wouldn't try and sing songs in a high key these days. He just can't do it. It's a nice track, but he just can't hit them notes. Far From Home, which is better because it's in a lower key. The singing's good and it's got some lovely harmonica on it. It's a Dream. 90% of this track is great, but then when he goes and gets them hits them high notes, it sort of doesn't hit them, basically. My favourite track is the title track, Prairie Wind. Great singing, he's got some great backing vocals to hit them high notes on this one, and it works, it's very good. Here For You, it's a good track with the backing vocals that they go and get them high notes so Neil doesn't have to, and the strings help on that one as well. This Old Guitar, it's a bit of a country song and it works, it's in a nice key for Neil. He Was the King, it's okay, don't mind that one. When God Made Me, very gospel, a little bit too gospel to end the album. This is a bit of a mixed bag on this one. It's got some tracks that really work, especially ones with the backing vocals and the keyboard that actually help, but there's some that just don't. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 4.5. Okay, coming in at number 2. This is 25th album. It came out in 2000 and it's called Silver and Gold. Loads of people on here. It's acoustic performances with backing vocals of Nashville musicians that have worked with Neil over the years. So the first track is called Good to See You. Like this track, nice guitar, nice vocal from Neil. I don't mind that one. Silver and Gold. I love harmonica, but it's a very screechy harmonica, and it really ruins that one. And Daddy When I Walk In, I like the this track. The harmonica's pretty good on this. Buffalo Springfield again, best track on here. The harmonica is really nice. It's a good vocal as well. The Great Divide. He tries to hit them high notes, and that's my biggest criticism of the track. Don't hit them. Don't write songs that have them, because it's a very good song. Horseshoe Man isn't too bad, like the tune. Red Sun, the backing vocals on this are really good, and Neil's voice blends nicely with the backing vocals. Distant Camera, it's okay, don't mind that one. Razor Love, not too bad, some nice arrangement that is. Without Rings, one of the best vocals on the album. Once again, there's some really nice songs on here, and I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. But I think the best album and my number one album for the 2000s is from 2009, and it's Forking the Road. Neil Young's on here, Ben Keith doing lap guitar steel, Andy Crawford on acoustics and Hammond organ, Peggy Young on the vibes, Rick Rojas on the bass, and Chad Cromwell on the drums. First track is my favourite track on here. It's got a real raunchy riff. It's a great vocal, and it's called When Worlds Collide. One of the best tracks from the 2000s. Fuel Line, it's got sort of an industrial sound, but in the vocal it seems okay. Just Singing a Song, it's a good song. The vocal sounds okay on that. Johnny Manage, Magic. Great little rocker and a great vocal from Neil. I do like that one. Cough Up the Bucks has got a real raunchy guitar and it's a great vocal again. Get Behind the Wheel. I love this. It's got a bluesy feel to it and it's pretty decent. Off the Road. There's a few times where he strains, but on the whole it's pretty good. Hit the Road has got some of the great guitar riffs off this album. Excellent track. Light as a Candle. A nice track. Neil's guitar is lovely on this. And the title track, Fork in the Road, is a really good rock track. It's got some meaty riffs on it. And another excellent vocal from Neil. Pretty decent album. I think this is the best of the bunch of the 2000s. On the whole, Neil's vocals are good on this, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, next week we will be looking at albums from the 2010s and 20s. So that's what we'll be doing next week. Coming up next is A Perfect Side. I'm going to look at the Police album, Regatta de Blanc. So join me for that. Bye for now.